See, some topics I'll just teach the theory. Some topics I'll go with lab also. Okay. Depends on the requirement, timing, we'll see that. But today we'll discuss about FHRP and time permits. We'll discuss about access control list also. First, you need to know what are the topics. Then we will discuss on we'll go detail on the theory part. And wherever lab is possible, I'll show you the lab also. We'll discuss mainly two topics. One is FHRP. These are two big topics. In FHRP, I'll be teaching you. In ACL, I'll teach you standard. NAT-Static is there, static. Then second, I'll teach you. So as I told you, some are theory, some are labs I can cover. DNS, DHCP, SNMP. It's all theory basically. SNMP. This is tomorrow topic. Then once this is done, we're going to discuss about the Wednesday security fundamentals, L2 security. This is the topics we are going to see. Okay. Now, if we see this in this, whichever is theory, I will show you, explain the theory. Whichever is lab, we'll do the lab. This Friday is more on theory only, no lab. And the one lab is there that also show you. So actually, basically, it's a demo. Okay, so these are the topics we're going to cover in the this week. So these are the pending topics we are going to finish. So you see these topics, right? These are the topics we are going to cover.
Yes.
Now, there is a question from, just make it clear this question, right? It's a good question actually. There are important things you have to understand is network engineer, who is a network engineer, and what is this troubleshooting? There are two things, okay? Facility engineer. Facility engineer is something like, you can call it as office spy, right? He knows how to carry a server, connect a server, power on a server, server data center connection. This is mainly on facility engineer. Then next step is desktop engineer. Operating system like OS, Windows OS, right? Like that. Applications, OS, if any issues, antivirus, that all we call it as desktop engineer. Then third we have server engineer. What is server engineer is doing? Yes, there are so many services are there. Web server. Then that is infrastructure servers, right? So many servers are there. Application server, infrastructure server. So many types of servers are there. He has to take care of the servers, right? That server operating system, server configurations, all these things. The fourth level is network engineer. So network engineer, if you take, right, he will be taking care of what all things contained in a network. Network contains endpoint. So we are connecting all these devices, right? Endpoint is connected to switch, connected to server, and server connected to whole network. He is taking care. There is big company. There will be separate engineer for server management, security separate team will be there. Only you will take care of switch and the router. But still, you are going to understand. You need to know the endpoints configuration, right? Endpoint is basically your laptops or user laptops, all these things. So all these things you have to take care. You have to take care of the whole network. In this network engineer, there are levels are there. Level 1, who is CCNA certified, right? Is not, you don't know everything, detailed level. Basic configurations he can do. Basic setup, you want to install configure some IP address, configure SSH, to get the access to the remote access, right? So basically, a person who wants to configure the basic things and they get the remote access to L2 engineer. So L1 engineer will be the physically available in the location. He will connect the power, he'll power on the system, he'll go do the basic configuration. वो कर करना L2 engineer को दे देगा वो access दे देगा remote access. So basically remote access configuration, you can say basic configuration to get remote access like SSH, So once you get the SSH access, the L2 engineer can configure it remotely. So till that, somebody has to be there physically to configure and give him, right, for L2. That is L1 engineer job. He is basically CCNA guy. L2 engineer is the actually who knows the entire configuration. So now we cannot directly become L3. Now we are learning, we are in L1 level. I can say like you are trying to become L1 engineer now. The company will be like this only. Smaller company, they don't have different engineers like this, facility engineer, desktop engineer, server engineer, network engineer. One engineer will be the administrator. He will take care of everything. But if you go on bigger and bigger companies, they have a dedicated engineers for every.
So that question is not someone has a.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Somebody to answer me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, one request is there. So when security fundamental you are going to take now.
Now this server you want to go. Who the user want to go? For example, username is PC1. He wants to go to this server. There is something in the server he want to access. For example, you are updating your tally, you know, right? Accounts.
Yes,
Tally
yes.
server. Tally server. Okay,
Yes.
something like that. Now you want to update your accounts monthly once. Monthly once you want to update. You taken the franchisee, you know franchisee, right? You taken the franchisee. So branch office is in Delhi, head office is in Bangalore. You want to log into this server and you want to update that what do you call the accounts,
Hmm.
upload the accounts. Every
Hmm.
it's a 10 minutes, 10 minutes job. Okay. Every month you have to upload. It will not take more than 10 minutes. Got it? This is the business requirement. Now, there are two ways I can connect this and I can ask him. I'm going to, for example, I'm asking Airtel, can you give me a cable from Bangalore to Delhi to Bangalore only for my connectivity? Nobody has to use that cable. This is dedicated cable only for me. He can give a cable. He has already put the cable all over the India. Fiber cable he has put. He can give one of the fiber cable to you. From your branch office to head office, he's giving a cable. Understand? It's a private cable. Now, this
Yes.
private cable, you need to pay every month, and the amount is something like the bandwidth is 2 Mbps, for example. So every month you have to pay 2 lakhs for this cable. This is good, very good, secure, and very good. But the problem here is I am a franchisee. I am going to connect only for 10 minutes monthly, 10 minutes. Understand?
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
also just going to upload it. Then I'm going to leave the. I don't want the WAN connection. If I go this method, right? This private WAN connection method, we call it as intranet. What do we call that? We use intranet method. It is very costly solution, but secure but very costly solution. Understand? Everybody cannot go. Understand? Same way you're working from home. Now this time, every employee, if I buy WAN connection like intranet connection, private WAN, every employee has to pay 1 lakh or 2 lakhs per month. They're able to pay. Nobody will pay, right? But the problem is, I want WAN connection, but I want to use free less amount. So I know that every branch office having internet connection. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, there is an internet connection available, but what is the problem in internet is it is a public network. I can use this network worldwide web. Worldwide we have put cable free connection, very cheap also. Internet, how much you are charging? Anyway, I'm using internet for my browsing. I'm using internet, right? The same internet I can use and can connect to my head office.
Web. Public.
Public WAN only, but public network, and it's not private. Now I want to use this internet, which is public, but I want security in this. I am going to send data in internet, but I want security like private network. How can I make it? How will you make it? Like for example, Gorakhpur bus stand is public or transport or private transport. So there is something called helipad. Helipad is there. Helicopter is coming. That is private, right? Nobody can go there. That helipad area, Air Force area, right? So that is private. So Modi is coming in helicopter, and getting down in your Gorakhpur privately. That is private transportation. Correct? Security. So there is a scenario here. You need to take Modi. So how do you? But there is no option. You have to take from Modi in bus stand only. You have to take him. You have to put him in a bus and take him to somewhere. So how do you secure Modi now? You have to take physically public transport only. You have to take public network only. You have to take the data. Now, if you have to take in a bus stand, public bus stand. So what you will do? How do you secure Modi? Then it's a private. No. Again, you are getting private. I'm not telling private. You take publicly through bus stand, through bus only. So how do you secure him? They said you can't create a convoy. You cannot separate, close the roads. You can't do anything. It is go like a public. He has to go like a public, but you have to secure him. So what all the techniques you follow make him to secure? You will put makeup, change his face, and you make some bouncers. Keep the bouncers somewhere like little bit distance. If anybody is coming here, bouncer will stop, but without the disturbing the public, correct? Unidentified or unreadable format. Change for those. Okay, one. Second is put some bouncers so that nobody can touch him. Understand? Then take him in the same public transport. Nobody can identify. You understand?
Right.
You are going in disguise. Important data in public network, but nobody it's virtually making private. You understand? So what I will do, I will keep the data in this R1 internet R2, but I will create something called these are the techniques. Like I told you, changing the face. You cannot read the data, correct?
Right.
Even if even the hacker hacks the data and read the data, he can't read the data. That is one technique. I am making it private. Understand? Even if you catch him and see his face, you cannot recognize him Modi because it's unreadable format. Understand?
Correct.
You have to decrypt it. Second method is putting the bouncers. Like I am going to cover him with a bulletproof jacket. Understand? That bulletproof jacket is called tunneling. Like for example, encapsulation. Encapsulation means what? So now these two concepts I did. What I did, one concept is what is that? Adding a huge header so that anybody wants to see the data to break the header first, correct?
And then
even if you break the data is encrypted.
Correct.
Now by doing these two techniques, what I am achieving?
Understood.
Public network में जा रहा है. Abhi the data is going in internet, correct? But because of these two technologies I used, it is becoming virtually. First, I have to do cryptography, I have to teach public infrastructure, certificates. It's a separate paper, 40 hours paper. This is the fundamental paper, like base paper for all the technologies. Okay. Theory. This you have to study first. Score. Okay. This itself will teach you all the security, firewall, IPS, IDS, VPN, all the basics of that will teach.
Okay.
Score, first paper, one paper. Okay. Then after score you finish in CCNP, then you can select any one of the concentration.
Okay.
Core paper, then concentration paper.
Yes.
Core paper is mandatory first to study any technology, any concentration paper. Okay. If you see concentration papers, go down. Then we have automation and programming.
Automation is also there. Okay. So, sir, is this all this topic will be covered in CCNP? I mean, if in case you are taking some CCNP courses, so this will be covered, right?
Even in score, everything will be covered.
Acha. Okay. All right.
It's the theory side.
Yeah.
Then every topic you need to go. There are two papers you have to study. Okay, one is score. Then you have to study VPN if you want to study VPN. Or if you're working in firewall, you have to study firewall. If you're working in IPS, you have to study IPS. If you're working in ICE, you have to study ICE. So you need to pass one core exam, one concentration exam. Understand?
Right.
वो क्या करेंगे? आपका पास होने के बाद सर्टिफिकेशन होने के बाद आपको क्या जॉब ओपनिंग्स है, किसके लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर करना है, वो सब आपको बोलेंगे. उसके साथ प्रिपेयर होंगे ना आप. रिसर्च में इतना टॉपिक्स है, उसका हमें थोड़ा ज्ञान. एवरीथिंग लैब हो सकता, बट एटलीस्ट आई कैन गिव यू सम नॉलेज व्हाट इज दिस, व्हाट इज दैट. ओके, मुझे पता चलेगा. ओके, टाइम करना, टाइम लिमिट है. सो माय फ्राइडे तो क्लोज करना है कोर्स. सो मंडे से मैं अगेन मैं टाटा कम्युनिकेशंस के लिए ट्रेनिंग के लिए चेन्नई जा रहा हूँ. मैं अवेलेबल नहीं हूँ.
ओके.
तो फ्राइडे से मैं क्लोज कर रहा हूँ. आई एम प्लानिंग टू क्लोज ऑन फ्राइडे इटसेल्फ. सो ये प्लान है.
Okay.
So अभी ना what we have discussed till now is basically IP से some security fundamental discuss किया, कुछ jobs के लिए discuss किया, क्या I want you to focus on the topics what I'm going to cover. So नहीं तो waste हो जाएगा ना हमारा.
Correct.
So we have to focus on the topics because CCNA के लिए topic थोड़ा CCNA पढ़ना पड़ेगा हमको.
Right.
So I don't know how it will work out now. अभी शुरू करते ना 11:30 तक जाऊंगा. So it will be difficult for you to pick up that. ये topic है ना, एक topic actually half an hour 45 minutes जाएगा. छोटा topic पढ़ा सकता हूँ मैं. Okay, but it's important question. अच्छा था. Question is an important question, but same time we need to see that we need to finish the topic also. Otherwise, ये basics मेरा जैसा कोई नहीं पढ़ा सकता. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना. So basics what you know, you'll never get that same training in any books or any videos.
Correct.
उसलिए मेरा यूज कर लीजिए आप.
Yes. That's what we can do. I asked about the VPN. I mean, it's
VPN okay. Topic is अच्छा topic है. मैं लिख दिया ना आपको. I mentioned right. It is part of the topics. I'm okay with that. आपने इससे कवर कर दिया हमने. What I cover is VPN based. Okay.
अच्छा.
अभी इसमें दो टाइप है. Like to say access. मैं वो भी बोल देता हूँ. ये टॉपिक कवर हो गया सिक्योरिटी फंडामेंटल्स में. We have covered it. So this is part of the topic means chalega. Understand no? या BNS में क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे, DHCP में क्वेश्चन पूछेगा. It's all part of the topic, right? कवर हो जाएगा. Good, very good. But out of the topic जाकर डिस्कस करेंगे ना, ये कंप्लीट नहीं कर सकता. So this is basically I'm connecting head office side to branch office side, correct? That's why we call site to site VPN. For site to site VPN, we use a protocol called IPsec. Now, IPsec is not one protocol; it's a family name. Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani is the father, Anil Ambani. So many Ambanis are there, right? So, like that, in if say IPsec, there are so many functions are there. For each function, there are so many protocols are there. Okay, it's a family name. You can say like it's a VPN suite. What is happening is you are connecting to the VPN server, and you are not connecting to the whole network. Only connecting to the VPN server. Understand? VPN client, you are connecting. PC will have a VPN client. Any client, right? So I don't know. We have this in that.
Yeah, I mean that's the endpoint we need to install, right? VPN client.
In laptop, you have to have any connect. Okay.
Right.
So once you install the AnyConnect, you'll get the access. So once you install that, you'll get the access here. AnyConnect here, you'll get the access here, right? A remote access VPN. For this VPN, we use a suite. The suite is called SSL TLS. Same way, we don't say TLS, we say SSL. So what is going on? Okay. But still, we don't say that as TLS. We say SSL.
Correct. Right.
Because the reason is SSL is so popular. 3.0, TLS 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. 1.3 is going on now. 1.3, 1.4 also came. But still we use the word SSL.
So, yeah, sir. So how we can understand the protocol is one? I mean,
okay. CCNP level, there they will teach you the different types of SSL connectivity. IPsec, different types of IPsec is there. There are I have studied 15 types of VPN. 15 types. Each type is like easy VPN, that VPN, this VPN. So many VPNs are there. Okay. All these things you study, right? IPsec itself, there are so many types are there. SSL has so many types are there. Okay. So all these things you want to study means it will take, as I told you, it is 40 hours class. VPN you're asking, right? Which one you want?
So Wireshark to capture everything. I know about this.
No. I'm asking you which one you want to see?
I need the VPN
SSL traffic, right?
Yeah.
See, now what I'm going to do is I'm just showing you a capture part, how it look like.
Yeah.
Okay. It look like this. Now in this, if you open it, here you will see
intercept
what version it is using.
Yeah, but engineer won't be able to provide it, right? I mean, if somebody is asking.
This is the way engineer has to provide you. If you want to see internally what data it is capturing and doing. So these are the types of VPN. So we have finished some basics of VPN today. Okay. So tomorrow we will start with the IP services, FHRP and ACL. Then possible I'll try to cover some NAT and DNS also tomorrow. So then next day we'll see the basic terminologies and some.
Right. So NAT, please give. I mean, if you could cover good, amount of portion in NAT.
There is a limitation on time. Whatever is possible in the time, and if there is no disturbance, right? So there's no disturbance like any other questions. I'm ready to cover. Okay. But the only issue here is time limit.
Okay. Sure. So
that's the only issue because all are coming from multiple areas. They were London, Qatar,
Right.
They also have time limits. I am okay, but other has to stay, no? They are coming, taking time and coming on this time, right?